This show is always right, and we can predict the future. You might recall that a few weeks ago I covered who the United States might be invading next, or at least creating economic war against. The segment I did with journalist Ann Garrison talked about the U.S. laying groundwork for economic war, and perhaps worse, against Ethiopia and Eritrea. Eritrea is one of the only African countries to say no to America's AFRICOM, our Strategic African Command. And we don't like it. And just this week, benevolent warmonger, head of CIA, cutout USAID, and great name for one of the Thundercats, Samantha Power, tweeted out this. Today, the U.S. announced Magnitsky sanctions on the chief of staff for the Eritrean military. Thank goodness America has the moral high ground to judge other countries like this. Sure, someone could at some point notice that the moral high ground we stand on is made up of the bodies of our victims, all neatly piled up together. For now, we'll just keep yelling things from the top of this big high ground we're on. Eritrea has violated human rights. What do you mean, why is the high ground squishy? It's not squishy. It's perfectly stable high ground. This is perfectly stable high ground. No, that's not a human hand. That is a starfish wearing a wristwatch. It's high grounds often attract starfish, fleshy starfish that like to tell time. This is not important right now. A few weeks ago, I, along with my guest, said the U.S. would be ramping up war against Ethiopia and Eritrea, and then here we go. They're doing exactly that. This show is always right, and we can predict the future.